What is the new reality you want to create? And what has your journey there looked like so far? I apply all the spiritual laws and wisdom techniques. But as soon as I meet people from my old life who never liked me, or I never liked them, or we don't even really know each other and still don't like one another and never even spoke, I instantly fall back into that old role. I become that old person who makes themselves small and gets shy. Everything I've learned is just gone. I work so hard on myself that I think, why am I even doing all this? Someone taller comes along and makes me feel small. Someone thinner comes along and makes me feel fat. Someone more beautiful comes along and makes me feel ugly. All the work I've put in for what? Why me? I just want to live my dream life. I felt the exact same way before. I watched The Secret, I read all the books, and I always hoped everything would get better. But it never did, or rather, it got better for a moment. And then I kept falling back, over and over again, as soon as I saw old places or old acquaintances. I think this is something every one of us knows. But the question is, how do I get out of this? The first thing we need to realize is that we have trained our old roles so intensely that it runs like an actor on a set. When someone says, "Ready, set, go," the script just plays out automatically, triggered by certain people, places, movies, or music. The first problem is that we turn the problem into a problem, the judgment behind it. Even if you act the way you did before, there is nothing wrong with that. The only bad thing is that you desperately hope to be different, to be that much better version of yourself that all of us want to be. But you are so caught up in your head, judging everything, that you can't just be in the here and now. Actually, even if the old stuff comes up, the fact that you've already consciously noticed it and are aware of it proves that you have grown. It shows that you've moved forward. Everyone knows the phrase, where attention goes, energy flows, and it's true. But just the awareness that you're noticing it is already great. Maybe you saw the person, their eyes quickly darted away. Your body turned away, then you felt something, a subconscious tension in your neck. In your stomach, or your hands started shaking. You thought about it, wow, how did I come across? What did I do? How did that look? Maybe you even imagined a worst-case scenario of what could happen. Then you judged yourself because you didn't like your behavior. Then you thought, why can't I master my social behavior? And again, you spiral. By then, you aren't even at that place anymore. You don't even see the person anymore. You're already on your way home, and you're still thinking about it. It still feels real. That's where you see how images and imagination can be used negatively. Or you change it to the positive and act as if you were already that successful person. And I promise you, that person wouldn't spend a second thinking about what they did before. They would laugh about it and think whatever your successful self would think. The successful person that I already am, everything I am, do and have, I've noticed now. Just the fact that something was there. And then I pull my attention back to the scene of how I feel. How do I want to be in the dream life that is already here? So that I can say, what is already here? I don't go back to the situation where I see that person and my old behavior plays out, thinking I have to prove this and that now, and do this and that. I'll show that person because they did this to me back then or looked at me that way, so that I can pay them back in the future or make them think differently of me. No, first come to peace. Direct all your attention to your dream life, how it feels, how you dress, what you do, and what are you doing right now. Because if you set a goal and always put it in the future, no matter what it is, and you eventually reach it, if you reach it at all, being so negative in your head, it won't fulfill you. Above all, it won't be the way you wished for. That's why your wishes should be fulfilled today, by feeling it internally right now. Because everything you already have internally cannot be taken away from you. As Jesus said, seek the kingdom within yourself, not on the outside. And how you do that concretely is by closing your eyes. You can listen to music if you like, or find a beautiful environment. And now imagine how you would see yourself as your perfect self. How it would feel, what it would think. How light your body would feel. And that you have no stress and no worries about what others think of you or how you come across. Welcome to your new reality.